Hey friends, today I want to do something a little bit different, and I want to start by telling you a story. Now, we're going to go back about 12 years or so when I first made the move to the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. And I am from the West Coast originally, so when I made this move, it was going from a totally different world and experience. I went from no humidity to humidity. I went from a fast-paced, more type of city lifestyle to a slower-paced lifestyle, and just everything I knew about hiking and all the beaches and things like that, they changed overnight. And in that journey, I learned something about the Tampa St. Petersburg area that I wanted to share with you today. When I first moved to the area, I lived in Clearwater, Florida. And when I was in Clearwater, Florida, one of the things that we used to do was go down to the St. Petersburg area. Now, back then, the St. Petersburg area was not like it is today. It was empty. There was a lot of places that were closed down. There was a lot of homeless. It just didn't have the pizzazz, the life, the safe feeling, the excitement that it has today. But there was something about it that I just always was attracted to. I don't know if it was like having a kid or a sibling when they're young and you know they have potential and you're just waiting for them to blossom into that amazing person that they are. That's kind of what it felt like for me in St. Pete. It was like, I know the city is so cool. I can see parts and pieces of it that are shining, but the whole thing is just not like that at all. Well, today, St. Pete has become my number one favorite child that has blossomed and has become this amazing, cool, fun, vibrant city that I always knew back then that it could be. And I have not given up on St. Pete. In fact, I made the move from Clearwater to St. Pete because I love this city. So today, I want to tell you, if you're looking to move to the Tampa, St. Petersburg area, and you're maybe thinking about Tampa, St. Pete, you're not really sure exactly where to go, well, I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons why you should definitely pick St. Pete. Let's go. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about the St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay area, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified of any market changes, make sure to hit that bell notification so that you don't miss a thing. My name is Gina. My team and I, we've been helping people just like you move to the area for the last 11 years, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to make a move from out of state, move locally, we are here to help and help you make that stress-free move. So don't hesitate to reach out to us at any time. All of our information is below. All right, we're back. And the very first thing I want to tell you is my number one reason why I think that you should make St. Petersburg your new home over Tampa. And that is that St. Petersburg, just like I told you in the beginning, is still a growing city. It is still a city that's blooming and blossoming and changing and growing. And with that being said, it has established a very strong base. We have a great pier, the downtown is growing, there's like tons of shops and restaurants and things like that to do, especially along Central Avenue or along the waterfront. I mean, you have like the boating and the waterfront activities that you can do. There's St. Petersburg College area down there. You have Vinoy Park and a ton of parks in the area where you can catch like concerts or craft fairs or festivals or things like that. We have amazing museums in St. Petersburg, so you're not short of doing that if that's kind of what you like to do during the day. You have breweries and wineries and new places popping up all the time down there. It is not short of giving you everything that you need. But there's so many things that are still growing and changing. There's a lot of construction recently for new homes. If you want to live like the high-rise, fancy Miami-style condo life, those are available in downtown St. Pete. And right now there's currently 3 new buildings going up. I think there's actually going to be another one coming soon. So they're always popping up. And that is one of the things that is cool about the city, is that right now you have the ability to be part of that growth. If you always thought about opening a small business, or you want to, be part of the expansion of St. Petersburg, you can join communities and groups that are forming how St. Petersburg is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. We just all voted on the new pier. So that gives you an example of taking it from, one thing to the next and having the people in the community actually being a part of it. So if you want a city where it's currently in an awesome state to live in, but you also have the ability to help its potential in the future, then that's why I would say St. Petersburg is definitely a better choice than Tampa, because Tampa is more settled in. It's kind of got its vibe already. And even though there's places in Tampa that are changing and growing, St. Pete is blowing that out of the water. And that's why more and more people want to live here. So that'd be one of my first reasons for why you should choose St. Pete. Okay, let's talk about the number 2 reason. And this is pretty big. Now, St. Petersburg is a smaller city than Tampa, but it is larger than life. And all the events are in St. Pete. Meaning, when you're in Tampa and you want to go do something, or you want to go to an event, or you want to go downtown, or you want to go out for the night, or etc., all the things that are going on, you're going to have to choose. So you can go to like Seminole Heights and do fun activities up there. You can go to Channelside and do kind of the water activities out there. You can go to downtown and have, like the stadium feel and the downtown vibe. You can go to Hyde Park and do shopping and just kind of like have a fun day out there. But all these places in Tampa, they're all separate. And to get there, you have to pretty much drive or take some sort of public transportation that takes up a huge chunk of your day. So although the places in Tampa are not bad by any means, they're actually really cool places that you should definitely check out. But when you want to go do something in St. Petersburg, or there's an event in St. Pete, it is in St. Pete. Meaning, you go to St. Pete and you are there. You can walk to a lot of these different events. You can take a very short ride, like an Uber, Lyft, taxi sort of ride to these events. You could bike even if you want to do something like that. But usually everything is combined right down in the downtown center of St. Petersburg. I mean, you can go from like a festival and then go across town to like a really nice dinner, and then another 10 minutes down the road, you're at the beach. So when you think of St. Petersburg, it may be a smaller city than Tampa, but the events and the things that you can do, it's concentrated right there. And you can do everything all in one full swoop. That is the cool thing I think about St. Pete, because if you want to spend a day out and about, and you kind of want to have some parts that are like all up in all the things that are going on, but then you want that quiet time too, you can definitely do that in St. Pete without having to get in your car and drive to the next location and maybe hit traffic and all those kinds of things. It's also a really easy place to congregate when you have people getting together. So if you're all coming from out of town, or you have one event that you sort of want to keep centralized, you can do that there because everyone's sort of meeting in one general spot. And the cool thing about this as well is that St. Pete is a really easy city to get around. You can go from like one end of St. Petersburg to the other end walking and hit so many different things, and it doesn't take very long. So there's a huge mix of culture and different things you can do in the city. And the thing I like about it is that it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to park. And if you did have to park somewhere, you can basically kind of get a free spot out in the neighborhoods because it's so close to get to everything and anything in St. Pete that you can literally walk there. So I would say my number 2 is definitely that it has a lively scene, and don't take its smaller size for less attraction. Okay, we're gonna pop to number 3. And where would I be if I didn't say number 3? The beaches. Hello! St. Petersburg is on Pinellas County side, which is on the west side of Tampa, which is across the bridges, across the bay, towards the Gulf of Mexico, which means that when you're anywhere in the St. Petersburg vicinity, you are close to all of the beaches. And I'm talking about world-class, world-known beaches. Clearwater Beach, St. Petersburg Beach, Honeymoon Island up in Dunedin. You can even pop over the bridge down to Sarasota, super easy from St. Pete, and you have all of that amazingness down there. So if you are thinking that you want to live in the area and you like the beach, then I would definitely say it's probably best to live near the beach. And if you want to live near the beach but still have that city feel, St. Petersburg is going to be the greatest area for that. Now, I'm not dissing Tampa in any way, but Tampa doesn't have beaches. And if they do, they're very small, quaint here and there. They are more lakes or more spread out land or communities where they're putting those man-made beaches in kind of thing. But if you want the real Gulf of Mexico beach, then you're going to head over to Pinellas County. And St. Petersburg is a super great city to live if you want to be close to that every day of the year. All right, let's head right on over to my number 4 reason why I think you should choose St. Pete over Tampa. Now, Tampa is very more spread out, and there's a lot more community type feels in Tampa. So you have more of like that feeling of suburbs and, you know, larger new home builds out and about. You have more land, things like that. St. Petersburg area and Pinellas County in general is almost the same population. We're just congregated into a smaller size. So with that being said, if you are the kind of person that likes to be around a lot of things going on and, you know, you want the single family life, you know, single family home lifestyle, but you want to be able to walk downtown or you want to be able to kind of get places or know that there's a lot of stuff going on in your area, St. Petersburg's definitely going to have more of that vibe than Tampa. The other cool thing is, let's say you're somewhere in life where maybe you don't want to live the single family home lifestyle. You want that high-rise condo where you don't have to worry about your lawn and all the things that come along with owning your own home. You can still get a beautiful, amazing condo right in downtown. And along the beaches and along the water and spread all throughout St. Pete, meaning you are not restricted to just living in downtown St. Petersburg if you want that lifestyle. You have the lifestyle in all areas of St. Pete, which is one of the things that I think is different about St. Pete than Tampa. When you think about like St. Petersburg and Pinellas County in general, yes, there's a lot of single family homes. But mixed in those single family homes is a small condo building, or there's, as you know, probably if you've been to this area, tons of condo buildings along the beaches and a little bit inland from that. You also have, you know, like single wide communities, which don't think of the bad ways when you think about that. They're actually pretty fancy. In fact, I used to live next to a community where the mobile homes were literally waterfront, where these people had the most amazing view I have ever seen. So don't discount it just because you have this thought in your mind that it might not be a super nice area, because some of these are pretty luxury, if you ask me. So the cool thing though, my point is you have everything. So if you want to downsize, if you have family and you want to keep them nearby, but everybody's in a different price point, maybe you can't afford to live in a single family home, but you want to be near your family, or say you are older and you don't want the, you know, hassle of taking care of a home anymore, you just can't do that, you have options all throughout Pinellas County. In Tampa, you're going to be a little more spread apart, and it might not be as easy to do that. And you don't see as many high-rise condo buildings as Tampa. In Tampa, as you do in St. Petersburg, just for the reason I mentioned in the beginning. Tampa's more spread out, you have more suburbs, you have more of that single family kind of lifestyle, and it's just a little bit of a different vibe. So that would be another reason why I think St. Pete is cool. Okay, and the last reason I have for you today is for all my water lovers, boaters, fishers, all those. When you live in Pinellas County and when you live in St. Petersburg in general, you are close to the Gulf of Mexico and the Tampa Bay. So you technically have very easy access to the Gulf. You can easily, if you live near or on the water, have your own boat, dock it nearby, dock it at your house, or you can join boat clubs. Like, for example, there's something called the Freedom Boat Club, where you can, if you don't have a boat and you don't want that responsibility, you can sign up for like a membership to rent boats every month and enjoy the Gulf of Mexico and enjoy the water and all the things that has to offer without having the responsibility of owning your own boat. But it's right there and it's close and convenient to your house. You also have tons of areas where you can like fish, and you have the beaches, you can fish there. You have the piers, you can fish there. You have the inland coves and mangroves, you can fish there. You have little spots all along St. Petersburg, from the tip of North St. Pete all the way down South St. Pete, all the way over to the beaches, where you can literally pull off the road and most likely grab a chair and your cooler and you are sitting at the beach with your feet in the water. So that is one of the cool places and things to do in the St. Petersburg area, where if you're in Tampa, you're not going to find that. You are more inland, for one, so you're not by the Gulf for sure, and you may be by the Tampa Bay, which is the inlet of the area between St. Petersburg and Tampa. But to live on the waters there, those homes are usually over $3 to $5 million, and you're definitely going to have a boat, but you still have to travel through the Tampa Bay to get all the way out to the Gulf of Mexico. So that's something to think about. You do have lakes in Tampa, where in like the St. Pete area and Pinellas County in general, you don't have as many unless you live further north. You do have lakes, but that is a totally different vibe than the Gulf and the beach. So if you do like that open water feel, the open water sport activities that you can do, and everything that comes along with just living on the actual Gulf with the waves and the breeze and all that comes with that, that's one of the benefits also of living in the St. Petersburg area, because you definitely can get that on a daily basis, and it's amazing. Hey, if you stuck around to the end of this video, I actually want to throw in one last reason why you would want to move to St. Petersburg over Tampa. And this came to me at the very end when I was filming this for you guys. And one of the things that I love about St. Pete that a lot of people might not even consider is St. Pete is actually a lot more liberal than Tampa. And when you come from a larger city, or especially, for example, me coming from, the West Coast, some of the more liberal type of areas, you definitely see that more in St. Petersburg than you would in the outskirts, where it's a little more rural, and it's just more of that feeling that you get, more acceptance, more diversity, and things like that. You will find that a lot more, I think, in St. Pete than in Tampa. So I decided to throw this in at the end as a little bonus for those of you who stayed. So that's just one of the things you can take into account. Okay, so those are my top 5 reasons why you should pick St. Petersburg over Tampa. I'm not biased, but no, really, those are my top 5 reasons why I think you should pick St. Pete over Tampa. Of course, there's things about Tampa that are amazing, and if you like that area, you should definitely consider that too. And there are some bad things about St. Petersburg over Tampa and vice versa. And I will definitely throw those into another video for you so you can get the full picture. But today, I just wanted to give you a good feel for why I think St. Pete has some cool advantages over Tampa that a lot of times when you are not familiar with each city or you're not from the area, you may kind of think like, what's the difference here? Why would I want to live in one over the other? This is definitely one of the reasons why you should pick St. Pete over Tampa. So maybe next time you should catch my video of why you should choose Tampa over St. Pete, but we'll see when that's coming. So keep your eye out for that. Until next time, thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye.